Before Steven Spielberg made first contact with extraterrestrial intelligence, Close Encounters of the Third Kind was dismissed as another UFO movie by studio executives who couldn't grasp its profound vision. The cast has finally revealed secrets that will transform your understanding of cinema's most spiritual alien encounter story. The film that almost never reached the stars. What most fans don't realize is that Close Encounters of the Third Kind was rejected by every major studio before Columbia Pictures reluctantly greenlit the project, and even then, executives demanded constant script changes to make it more conventional. Steven Spielberg's vision of benevolent alien contact clashed with Hollywood's preference for invasion narratives that had dominated science fiction cinema since the 1950s. Richard Dreyfuss revealed years later that studio heads couldn't understand the film's optimistic approach to extraterrestrial life. They kept asking where the conflict was, where the explosions were. Steven was making a spiritual journey disguised as science fiction, and that terrified executives who wanted another disaster movie. The project survived only because Spielberg's success with Jaws gave him unprecedented creative leverage within the industry. Terry Garr disclosed that the script underwent dozens of rewrites to satisfy nervous studio executives. Early versions had much more traditional alien invasion elements. Steven fought to keep the focus on wonder and transcendence rather than fear and destruction. The film's emphasis on human transformation rather than alien conquest was revolutionary for mainstream cinema. Melinda Dillon noted how the production's ambitious scope worried financiers. We were making a film that required massive special effects budgets with no guarantee that audiences would accept aliens as peaceful beings rather than threatening invaders. Devil's Tower, the mountain that became sacred. The iconic Devil's Tower in Wyoming wasn't just a dramatic filming location. It was carefully chosen by Spielberg as a symbol of humanity's spiritual connection to the cosmos and ancient mysteries. What the cast revealed about filming at this sacred Native American site shows how the location became integral to the film's deeper meaning about transcendence and communication. Richard Dreyfuss described the psychological impact of working at Devil's Tower. Standing beneath that massive geological formation, you felt connected to something ancient and mysterious. It wasn't hard to believe that aliens would choose this place for contact with humanity. The tower's imposing presence enhanced the cast's performances during the climactic encounter sequences. Melinda Dillon noted how the location affected the entire production team. Everyone on set felt the tower's spiritual significance. Native Americans consider it sacred, and we understood we were filming at a place where Earth meets sky. The tower's mythological importance to indigenous cultures paralleled the film's themes about cosmic communication and human transformation, creating deeper layers of meaning. The mothership that defied physics. The massive alien mothership wasn't created through traditional special effects. It was built as a 4-foot model that required revolutionary lighting and photography techniques to appear convincingly enormous on screen. What the cast revealed about their reactions to seeing this technological marvel shows how practical effects created genuine awe that computer graphics couldn't match in 1977. Richard Dreyfuss disclosed his first encounter with the mothership model. When they showed us the miniature during production, it was breathtaking even at that small scale. The detail and craftsmanship made you believe in its reality completely. The model's intricate design included thousands of individual lights that had to be programmed and synchronized for each shot. The ship's famous musical communication sequence required the cast to respond to an elaborate light and sound show that was performed live during filming. We were actually hearing that 5-note melody and seeing those colored lights in real time, revealed Terry Garr. Our reactions weren't acted. We were genuinely mesmerized by this incredible display of technology and artistry. François Truffaut noted how the mothership's design influenced the cast's understanding of alien intelligence. The ship wasn't threatening or military in appearance. It was beautiful, almost cathedral-like. This helped us portray the aliens as beings of higher consciousness rather than conquerors. The ship's organic, luminous design became a character itself, representing the possibility of technology guided by wisdom rather than aggression. Richard Dreyfuss's obsession method. Richard Dreyfuss's portrayal of Roy Neary's transformation from ordinary man to cosmic obsessive required a complete psychological breakdown that the actor achieved through dangerous method acting techniques. What he revealed about his preparation shows how he literally experienced the character's mental disintegration to create one of cinema's most convincing portrayals of alien contact syndrome. Dreyfuss disclosed his extreme preparation methods. "I isolated myself from friends and family for weeks, studying UFO encounter reports and interviewing people who claimed contact experiences. I wanted to understand the psychological profile of someone whose reality had been shattered by the impossible. This immersion in UFO culture gave his performance authentic desperation and conviction. The famous mashed potatoes scene was improvised based on Dreyfuss's research into compulsive behavior patterns. I studied obsessive-compulsive disorders and how trauma can manifest in repetitive actions. Roy's need to sculpt Devil's Tower represents his mind trying to process an experience beyond normal comprehension. The scene became a masterclass in showing mental breakdown through physical action." Terry Garr revealed that Dreyfuss's method acting affected the entire cast. Richard was so deeply into Roy's obsession that it felt like working with someone genuinely unstable. His commitment was both inspiring and unsettling, but it created completely authentic reactions from the rest of us. François Truffaut's unexpected casting revolution. 180 words. The decision to cast French New Wave director François Truffaut as the lead scientist wasn't just unusual. It was Spielberg's deliberate choice to bring European art cinema sensibility to American blockbuster filmmaking. What Truffaut revealed about his acting preparation shows how his director's perspective transformed the role and influenced the film's philosophical approach to alien contact. Truffaut disclosed his initial hesitation about acting in the film. "Steven convinced me that Claude Lacombe needed to be played by someone who understood the poetry of cinema rather than just the mechanics of acting. As a director, I could bring a different kind of authenticity to the role." His performance became a bridge between art house and mainstream cinema. The character's calm, scientific approach to alien contact reflected Truffaut's own directorial philosophy about observing human behavior. "I played Lacombe as someone who watches and listens rather than immediately reacting with fear or aggression," Truffaut explained. This represented a more European, intellectual response to the extraordinary. Richard Dreyfuss noted how Truffaut's presence elevated the entire production. Working with François brought a level of artistic credibility that influenced everyone's performances. He treated the material with the seriousness of European art cinema while maintaining the wonder that Steven wanted. Truffaut's casting legitimized science fiction as a vehicle for serious philosophical exploration, rather than mere entertainment. The five-note musical language that changed everything. The iconic five-note musical phrase that serves as humanity's first communication with alien intelligence wasn't composed traditionally. It was developed through extensive research into mathematical and musical theories about universal communication. What composer John Williams and the cast revealed about creating this cosmic language shows how music became the film's most important character and philosophical statement. The musical sequence required the cast to perform complex choreography, coordinated with lights, sounds, and camera movements during live recording sessions. We weren't just acting. We were participating in an actual musical conversation between species, revealed François Truffaut. The five-note phrase had to feel like genuine communication, not just entertainment or dramatic effect. Richard Dreyfuss disclosed how the musical theme affected his character development. Roy's obsession with that melody represents humanity's innate need to communicate and connect with intelligence beyond our world. The music becomes more important to him than his family or career because it represents cosmic significance. The melody's simplicity made it universally memorable while suggesting sophisticated alien intelligence. John Williams revealed that the five notes were chosen for their mathematical relationships and cross-cultural musical recognition. We needed something that could theoretically be understood by any intelligence capable of mathematics and harmony. The sequence had to transcend human cultural limitations. The musical communication became a template for how advanced civilizations might establish contact. influencing scientific discussions about extraterrestrial communication protocols that continue today. The special effects that redefined Wonder Close Encounters pioneered special effects techniques that prioritized beauty and spiritual awe over technological spectacle, creating alien encounters that felt transcendent rather than threatening. What the cast revealed about working with these groundbreaking effects shows how practical techniques enhanced rather than replaced emotional performance and authentic human reactions. The light ship sequences required the actors to perform against constantly changing illumination that was controlled in real time during filming. We were surrounded by these incredible light displays that were actually happening, not added later, disclosed Melinda Dillon. Our sense of wonder and amazement was completely genuine because we were experiencing something truly extraordinary. This practical approach created authentic reactions impossible to achieve with post-production effects. The film's revolutionary approach influenced decades of subsequent science fiction cinema by proving that special effects could create spiritual and emotional experiences rather than just impressive technical displays, establishing new standards for how technology could serve storytelling rather than dominate it. The government conspiracy that felt too real. The film's portrayal of government cover-ups and military involvement in UFO encounters was so realistic that actual government officials expressed concern about the movie's potential impact on public perception of classified programs. What the cast revealed about researching this conspiracy element shows how Close Encounters tapped into genuine anxieties about official secrecy and extraterrestrial contact protocols. François Truffaut disclosed that government consultants provided surprisingly detailed information about theoretical first contact procedures. Military advisors explained actual protocols for handling extraterrestrial encounters. Much of what we depicted was based on real contingency plans that existed within government agencies. This authenticity made the film's conspiracy elements feel disturbingly plausible to audiences familiar with government secrecy. The Watergate scandal's recent exposure of government deception influenced the film's paranoid atmosphere and public mistrust themes. People were ready to believe that the government would hide alien contact from the public, noted Richard Dreyfuss. The film captured a moment when Americans questioned official narratives about everything, including extraterrestrial life. The ending that transcended science fiction. The film's conclusion, where Roy Neary joins the aliens for cosmic journey beyond Earth, represents one of cinema's most optimistic portrayals of human transcendence and spiritual evolution. What Richard Dreyfuss revealed about filming this controversial ending shows how it challenged conventional narrative expectations while offering hope for humanity's cosmic destiny and potential transformation. Dreyfuss disclosed his interpretation of Roy's final choice. Roy doesn't abandon his family. He evolves beyond earthly limitations to become humanity's representative in the cosmos. It's about spiritual growth rather than personal selfishness or escape from responsibility. This understanding helped justify the character's seemingly irresponsible decision to leave his wife and children. The ending was deliberately ambiguous about Roy's fate and the aliens' ultimate intentions. Steven wanted audiences to feel wonder rather than certainty about what happens next, noted François Truffaut. The film suggests possibilities for human evolution that transcend our current understanding of consciousness and cosmic purpose. Watch the film again with appreciation for its revolutionary approach to extraterrestrial contact, its influence on both cinema and scientific discussions about alien communication, and its enduring message about humanity's potential for cosmic consciousness and transcendence. Notice how every element serves the larger theme of spiritual evolution through contact with higher intelligence. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more deep dives into cinema's most transformative achievements that change both entertainment and cultural consciousness. Hit that notification bell so you never miss our latest uploads, and let us know in the comments which moment still fills you with wonder and cosmic possibility.